ting. Mr. Giant back at the videos and ting, doing some reactions for y'all. And I decided to do this and start with something more recent, more than historical and stuff like that. Because I haven't been on here a while, I want to see what's going on with the peeps and stuff. Romania is one of my favorite places to react to. So this one I'm gonna do. It's called Romania annuls election results for accusations of Russian meddling. So I want to check it out and see what's going on and things like that. That's one of the places I'd love to visit, to come see, like the castles, and you know what I mean, and drink some of the famous drinks that you guys have and stuff that I've been told about in the past and things. So I just want to see what's going on there currently. I'll get back to the historical stuff and the culture and all of that. But if it's a place that I would like to go see, it would be nice to know what's going on there. I want you all to comment in the comment section, tell me what's going, just talk to a brother. I'm back. Let's go ahead and YouTube and simmer.
Romania's top court has annulled the results of November's political election after accusations of Russian meddling. The second round was supposed to be held on Sunday and would have seen far-right pro-Russian candidate Calin Georgescu, pitted against centrist pro-European Elena Lasconi. The current president says he'll remain in office until a successor is elected.
An unprecedented legal decision that has put Romanian democracy in crisis mode.
Okay, please note that this is just a news thing I'm reacting to, and it seems like it's not specifically it's people with British accents. Let's be honest here. So you know what I mean. Comment down below if you can. Let me know something. You know what I mean. What the atmosphere is like there, if you can. So because I understand where I'm from, we had all like revolutions and stuff like that. So I understand the delicacies of situations and all of that. But let's keep watching this. You know what I mean. Anything that doesn't seem like proper there, hit me up in the comment section. I don't know what's going on there right now, but that's one of the places that I love to visit, and it's nice to know what's going on there.
Country was set to go to the polls again on Sunday for the second round of presidential elections. But that's all changed now that the Constitutional Court has annulled the results of the first round, meaning the whole process must be repeated. The winner of the first round was this man, Calin Georgescu, a far-right NATO skeptic who's spoken highly of Russian President Vladimir Putin in the past. Before the first round, Georgescu was an almost complete unknown. He doesn't belong to a political party, and most of his campaigning was done on TikTok. His surprise win raised eyebrows in Romania and beyond. The decision to annul the election came after intelligence documents were declassified. They suggested that Georgescu may have benefited from an online, foreign-based mass influence operation to sway the vote. Georgescu condemned the ruling.
Today's Constitutional Court decision represents more than just a legal controversy. It is practically an officialized coup d'etat. The rule of law is in an induced coma.
His opponent in the now cancelled second round, pro-Europe centrist Elena Lasconi, also blasted the court.
Today, the Romanian state has trampled on democracy. The court's decision is illegal, immoral, and crushes the very essence of democracy, the vote. Such misconduct will cost us dearly in the years to come.
People on the streets of Bucharest also expressed concern.
Undemocratic, and it is very bad that this has happened. That's it, that's all. I won't comment anymore.
It's quite uncertain, unfortunately. It's uncertain and we don't know which direction it's going, which scares us and our families.
Totally understand the fear and uncertainty. Seems like everywhere in the world there's like uncertainty going on. that comfort evaporated. And it's all over. It's not just here or there, it's just all over. To think, like about last year sometime, everybody felt comfortable. And that comfort is gone. Politics is a hell of a thing, ain't it?
Romania is now in uncharted waters politically, and nobody really knows what comes next.
DW's Jack Perrick is in the Romanian capital, Bucharest. He told me more about how the court came to its decision.
Yeah, so there's a series of declassified documents that the court is working from that they show, that they say shows that there was widespread campaign that they believe, or at least it's been suggested by many sources, was put forward by Russia, specifically on social media channels like TikTok and like Telegram as well, and that is what could have led to this huge surging success by Calin Georgescu, who took that 23% of the vote when the first round was held 2 weeks ago. There is obviously some questions, and there are a lot of people questioning about why the court did this in this way. There's been a number of different meetings of the court where they could have made such a decision, but they've done it just ahead of the vote that was meant to take place on Sunday, and that's causing concern across the political parties, but also among Romanians on the streets as well.
Yeah, tell us more about...
You know, TikTok seemed to be a central sort of a character in everything all of a sudden. I mean, I have TikTok, I do TikToks and stuff like that, and I watch a lot of TikTok, but TikTok just seems to be a central part of everything anymore.
That concern, because we have heard some people say that it sounded anti-democratic, that it was politically motivated, but surely there are also some Romanians who are worried about Russia's interference in their elections.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. What's interesting is that both Calin Georgescu and Elena Lasconi, who were going to be running off head-to-head in Sunday's election, the second round, both of them wanted this election to go ahead, as we heard in the report there as well. They are saying, Calin Georgescu is saying that he's not supported by Russia, and that essentially this is being stolen. He called it a formalized coup d'etat. And Lasconi, for her part, said that the people of Romania need to be heard. So it's quite an interesting situation. The Prime Minister, however, who's in place for the government, not the President, he's been saying that, listen, we need to follow the Constitutional Court, the democracy needs to be followed, there needs to be annulled, and also we need to have this rerun. It's also important to say that as soon as the court annuls the result, both of those people go into first round campaigning mode again. We don't know when that will be held, but they will now have to be back in that big pool. Both have indicated that they will run again in the first round when that's held.
Okay, so a lot of uncertainty. What makes this also more interesting is that Romania is part of the European Union. So what has been the reaction here from Brussels to all of this?
Yeah, this is a really interesting time for Romania. It's not necessarily the big sort of political powerhouse of the European Union in any sense, but it has grown massively in importance in recent years. And the presidential position is very important in that, because the president is in charge of foreign policy and attends the summits, for instance, in Brussels when all 27 EU leaders get together. Why is Romania important? Well, it's got a more than 600 kilometer border with Ukraine, and is fundamental in the European Union's support for the war effort to try and fight off the Russian invasion in Ukraine. It's important for supplies, for exports of grain that the Ukrainian agriculture sector utilizes, the port of Constanța in the Black Sea in Romania. Also, from a NATO perspective, they're building up a NATO airbase near Constanța, which is due to be the biggest NATO airbase, biggest NATO base in the whole of the military alliance in Europe. So that's also significant there.
A lot hanging on the elections. in Romania. That's DW correspondent Jack Perrick in Bucharest. Thanks.
Man, the thing about politics is that there's just so much going on. And it's just like the ordinary man really doesn't know the intricacies of what's going on. Especially since everybody in the world needs everybody. And you know what I'm saying? And it's always been like that, but you know, a lot of people don't seem to understand that everybody needs everybody. And that alone is making it so that people want people to pick sides, and it just creates so much confusion and thing, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Politics is a thing, man. It's a crazy thing. I hope you all are doing okay out there, not stressing out too much. Obviously, this is talking about something that happened in November. I'm not sure what's going on there right now, you understand? But, you know, I've been gone for a while, so my Romanian peeps who's been there with me and who stuck around, welcome back, you know what I mean, and thing. I'm glad to be back. I'm still interested in y'all's culture and history and stuff like that. Excuse me. Go ahead and share this video, you understand? Like it, post it, subscribe if need be, you know, it's always good to see what other people think about what's going on where you are, because we all need to understand each other, right? We all need to know what's going on with each other so we could understand, gain some understanding, not go by opinion. Y'all take care of each other, alright? Cool runnings.